Could he still be alive? Or is he somewhere out in the woods? Whatever the case may be, that is weird.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Just wanting to forget. Another one taken by the curse.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
So... okay, that's brilliant and all, but... still makes me wonder what the hell happened to Milton. I've got just so many questions regarding this family.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Lewis, 2010.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Oh, he had a cool room. A little bit too much neon for my taste, but cool nonetheless. Again, structural integrity. Okay, can we get up here? Thank you. He has a boat as a house. Or room. That is sweet. So, that job at the cannery, huh? Enough salmon for the cats? So what happened to you, my friend?
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Familiar?
That part of him lived on.
Yeah, I can imagine the smell just hanging about this for quite some time. Lewis Finch, locker contents. Huh. Well, he certainly was a gamer. So, what happened to you, Lewis?
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Okay, I was about to say, why is that? Oh.
He kept working at the cannery.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to hurry. We're running behind.
He withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
To wander. Oh. Oh, that is not a good that is, oh my god. Okay.
I asked him to describe it.
Oh,
He said he started small,
I've got a feeling I know how this is gonna end.
imagining a labyrinth.
Oh, I've definitely got a feeling I know how this is gonna end. I have to pay attention
He'd feel his way about.
to the labyrinth, feeling my way about the place. Yes, indeed. While also paying attention to basically a big bloody guillotine. Oh god. Okay. He definitely got his hands chopped off.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Okay, this is... I suck when it comes to doing multiple things at the same time. And this is a clear example of that. I'm trying to grab the fish while also paying attention to... Is that a dragon? That's a dragon.
And things that have not names.
Things that have
He
not
knew it
names.
was all in his head.
He definitely had to get help for this. Oh. This is so bloody
But he took it very
weird.
seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
I'm so desperately trying to grab the fish on time, not move my hand too far. I can't move it too far, there's a limit, but to pay attention to your imagination and your work at the same time. Oh, wow. The imagination slowly expanding, slowly getting more and more complex.
Daydreaming at the cannery.
Daydreaming like this about
He
fantasy.
spoke with his boss,
That's a horrible,
but he
horrible
said
thing.
Lewis had become a model employee.
Yeah,
Methodical, tireless, focused.
doing his job, just doing exactly what he's meant
Like a
to
whole
do.
new Lewis.
Too
So I let
focused.
him go on.
Too focused. Way too focused. As the story
even
and imagination
encouraged
keep on expanding.
It seemed very promising at first.
Oh, it's taking over more and more. Oh no.
He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Yeah, totally normal. Totally normal. Nothing wrong.
He
Hi.
built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Slowly in his mind.
Then he made musicians.
And all the while, his own reality slowly fades away. Oh, this sucks. Knowing that this is going to end
And songs for him to
horribly.
play.
I mean, I
Talked about starting a band.
like my own imagination, but even I know that if it goes to this
And he was
point,
always
it's
humming
too far.
something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
But it goes to the point where it's just too
He
much.
no longer spoke at the cannery.
He's stuck in his own
But his chopping
dreams.
was as reliable as ever.
So then nobody
And one day it
complains.
struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
And it goes on further and further at that point in time.
He held an election for mayor,
Did he win?
and he won.
Of course he won! Why not?
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh, a game for sure. Lewistopia moving onwards.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
I'm just losing
New Lewis.
track. New Louisville, really? I'm losing track of what is still real and not. Like,
St. Louis.
of course, St. Louis. Is there still fish?
He
Yes, the
started
fish.
drifting away from our reality.
Oh, he's already far gone at this point in time. Oh dear. And
Minneapolis.
Min-
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Minneapolis Lewis.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Ah. And he just kept going and going and going. Oh, that is horrible. Ooh.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
A beautiful prince. Definitely a beautiful, prince. Nice and colorful ocean. Okay. Oh, what's the next one?
The prince was on his own quest for
Sinister serpents. It's always sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is both awesome and disturbing and... Nope. Sorry, serpent. Sorry. This is awesome and
He followed
disturbing.
the sound of his
Electric sitar? Silver harp. I count silver harp. Electric sitar is just a
silver
no.
harp.
I both love this, but the fact that I know what's going to happen sooner rather than later, it's just disturbing.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
It has seriously taken over everything. Well, the fish is still here, and it's still getting chopped to bits, but...
He knew the
Oh,
world
wow.
was all in his imagination.
And in the meantime, reality has faded away entirely.
But
Oh
he was
dear.
so proud of having created it.
So proud. Chopped up.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Oh wow. Why does it have to end so
For
horribly?
someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
To be lost in your own
And then it
imagination
struck
like
me
that.
that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Oh no. When reality and fantasy begin to switch
My
places.
imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
What? What? It's truly beginning to blend together right now. Oh boy. Our locker. Right here. Oh boy.
Began to forget the world we know.
And he began to imagine his own reality.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Just stuck in emotions. Oh boy. Oh, I'm so not
I
going to
still
like where
thought
this
I
is
could
going.
save him,
But he was already too far
even
gone.
after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
I mean, it's a brilliant fantasy. But you need to separate those two worlds properly. Don't be lost
Including
in
the wise
fantasy.
Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Oh, Molly the cat. Hi, Molly. Oh, really? That is pure fantasy at this point in time, yeah. Oh dear. Oh no. No, 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 no. I see what that is.
Prince waited, holding his crown.
Oh, I see exactly what's going to happen. No.
There was only one thing left to do.
Accept it. Kneel. Oh, I was afraid we would lose a hand and bleed to death. This is worse. So
Down his head.
much worse. No. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Oh
The rest
boy.
I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh my God. Oh, that's just gruesome. Oh, that sends chills down my spine.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Yeah. Oh boy. Wow. Just... Wow. Out of all the stories we've experienced up until now, that one was the coolest, but... Wow.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Was that because he lost his mind in them as well? Didn't pay too much attention to the game itself and... Oh boy. So... That's almost everyone except for Dawn and Edie. And of course with Sanjay and Kay and Sven we don't fully know, but... Like, we know that Sven died because of the dragon, but yeah. So where do we go from here in that case? Like, in a short period of time, to lose both Lewis and Milton. Oh boy. Okay, I had been wondering about the place, went all the way back to the... basically Sam's room. Suddenly being reminded of... We don't need to go back. Because we still need to learn about Edith. And she came after the rest, so... There's still more up in the house.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Wow. And Edie did not take that well, I'd imagine.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Oh boy.
I wish we'd stayed.
All the bubble wrap and the packing
But I
and
understand why we left.
too many bad memories. Way too many bad memories. Edith, Mom. Ah, boy.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Just completely leaving everything behind. All the... Oh, wow. Teach and to learn, Dawn Finch. Disaster relief. Sanjay Kumar, evacuation specialist. Oh god, you have called your servants to venture of which... Yeah, she liked the faith. Ah, boy.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
The silence
Maybe I should
before
have
the
come
storm.
sooner.
Maybe. I mean, all this frustration and anger cropped up inside of them. So many stories, so many deaths in this family.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
What happened? Okay. I had the idea that, hey, okay, the way everything is being spoken about, we're not Edith, we're the child of Edith. Now, I'm not 100% sure. It might still be a fact that we still are Edith, but we are 22 weeks pregnant for our kid, and we're writing this story for our kid. One of the two.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh boy. Really did not take that well. Really did not take that
the
well.
power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
Ah boy.
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Another entrance? Wow.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Huh. Always going back. Ah, boy.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Both afraid of the curse of the Finches.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Oh.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Wow. Wow, wow. History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
And you could go back
It
to
was
the house.
First and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Waiting for a tsunami.
God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Was that when the
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
was that when the train track got swept away? Because that did not just happen normally over time. That happened quickly.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
You can say that.
I got turned around.
Definitely can't see a thing. Where's the light?
For a while, I wandered.
Somewhere in the fog there must
I
be
started seeing things.
that red light. Yeah, you're definitely seeing things. There would not be a deer here, I'd imagine. Oh dear, this is not going
Things
to
I'd
end well.
forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let
Oh.
go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Enough of the stories. Oh boy.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Wow.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
But it didn't always work out.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it,
Yeah, I can imagine.
but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Dawn.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
But
Now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
oh boy.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
So it was the daughter. Or the son. Huh. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can absolutely see why people were so positive about this game. That really is quite the experience. This, as I said at the start of this Let's Play, this is a game that you have to experience blind, and I hope that if you did, well, basically that you had an amazing experience. It's a weird, whimsical, magical, kind of disturbing story. Oh boy. Well, I'll certainly be thinking about this one for quite some time. But yeah, I don't really know what to say about this all. I just hope that you all enjoyed it. And with that said, I hope that you all have a very nice day. And I'll see you guys around. Thank you for watching, everyone. And as always, remember, have fun.